Hey, listen, don't tell anybody about your 2025 plans. Yeah, I know you love sharing a lot. I know you love to tell people, hey, I'm embarking on gym. You know what, I'm embarking. We are on a savings challenge right now in Good Joseph WhatsApp group. We are trying to save. We have actually opened a money market fund. We are buying this. I'm starting a business. You're talking a lot. You're telling people what you... Listen, here with me, I've actually outlined things that have actually been killing your dream and a goal that you've been embarking on as far as your life is concerned. And by the way, guess what? The last three are the most important ones. So stick around, watch this video to the end, and I'm gonna talk slowly because some of you guys are saying that I talk too fast. Anyway, this is Good Joseph making this video, and here I talk about investment, savings, and anything related to your cash. So make sure that you hit that subscription button to make sure that you don't miss any of my new good videos that I upload each and every day. And if you're a returning subscriber, as always, thank you for your eyeballs. Now let's get into the business. Why am I discouraging you from telling people your plan? Probably I'm not the first one who is telling you to never share your plans with anybody. Remember that video that I made sometimes back, probably a year or 2 years ago? There are 6 things that you should not share with people. 1, your love life. 2, your next plan. 3, how much you make. Another 3, go check it out, that video. See, now let's go to point number 1. Why you shouldn't share anything with anybody as far as the year 2025 is concerned. Number 1, avoiding external influence. Listen, the moment you open your mouth, hey, I'm embarking on investing on a money market fund because I'm aiming to getting an average of $1 million in this particular year. Okay, to you, you are saying it innocently. Probably you are saying it to be perceived by other people that you think you are smart and you're embarking on. You get what I'm saying, okay? Now, by that process of you saying that thing, of course, people have gotten. And now what happens now? You're probably getting something called the doubt and criticism. And listen, I'm not saying criticism is not good. Criticism is okay, but there is a certain form of criticism that is quite important. That's what we call the constructive criticism. Somebody who is criticizing you to make you better. Are we together? Okay? Now, but somebody who is just criticizing you. I remember when I was starting my YouTube channel, people used to laugh and whew, oh my goodness. People used to say, hey, you know what? Joseph has started his YouTube channel. He's advising people. He's telling people. You can just imagine that and saying that in your vernacular language. It hits differently. See, now, the moment you get that doubt, by the way, nowadays I meet some people who will be like, wow, I saw you on YouTube. Wow, you've never told me that you're into. I'm like, you just find it out. Because the more you share with people, the more you get the doubt. People don't believe in you. And there are people who are weak. Because you know yourself very well. There are people who have low self-esteem. The moment you tell somebody, I would like to write a book, and people like, with that broken English, what book will you even write? So you get demoralized. You feel like, oh my goodness, by the way, it's true. I have a poor English. I can't be able to speak fluently or something. Like, you get what I'm saying? So be careful whom you're sharing the information with and why you're doing that and all those kind of things. So what you're supposed to do is that do not share that information out there. Remain intact. Don't just open your mouth and telling anybody. Number 2, under the avoidance of external, what do we call the influence, in unnecessary pressure. People keep you with unnecessary pressure that you have to fulfill. For example, can you imagine if you tell your parents, of course, they wish you good, all right? But they are there with you. Hey, you said you're going to buy a piece of land. Did you buy it? Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, you said you're going to buy a piece of land. Did you buy it? No. Oh, but you see, that constant pressure of like, hey, have you done it? That constant pressure, you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm exhausted and things are not going well. And you get what I'm trying to say. The other one is unsolicited advice. You find that there are advices that are not making sense. For example, let's say you've decided to start, say, a beauty shop. And there you are. There is something. You see, listen, there is this inner voice. There is this inner voice that speaks to you. And by the way, that is the best voice that you can ever listen. See, when you're seated like this, you'll be like, you know what? I'm working this particular job. I'm looking forward into getting 500,000 because I love starting. I would like to start a beauty business. It always rings in your head. That is the inner voice. That is your voice. Well, if you're a believer, I would say that's the voice of Lord, because that is the thing that you should go for. And then somebody here comes who has been discouraged by the same business telling you, hey, you ask me. That is the worst business you can ever start. It does this. It's like getting an advice from somebody who has just actually divorced, and you're asking them about marriage. My friend, they will tell you a million reasons why you shouldn't get married. Are we together? Because people tend to have this, is it a deductive reasoning or an inductive reasoning? You can Google that, yeah? I don't know whether it's inductive or deductive, whereby you pick an example to draw a conclusion. Simple, a single example to draw a conclusion. You know, that is not really good, okay? It's like if you're not a Kenyan, you come to Kenya and then you get, maybe let's say conned by one Kenyan and say, Kenyans are cons. It's like the way Nigerians, our brothers in Nigeria usually have this negative thing. Like, okay, let me not go there. Now, the point number 2, why you shouldn't tell anybody your plans in 2025 is protection from negative energy. It is there. It is there, negative energy. Have you ever walked with people who are ever negative? They tell you why you can't be successful in Africa. They tell you Africa is doomed. They tell you, hey, you can't make it. You have to cross the Red Sea. You have to cross the Mediterranean. You just get out here. And then you're like, oh my goodness. But there are people who are becoming wealthy. You know, I used to be told that back when I was, working in for those who have been with me, likes of the Triple M. You know, Triple M. There is a lady called Triple M. She has a YouTube channel just called Triple M. You know, that's a beautiful and wonderful lady. Has been with me since I had like 2 subscribers. You know, you can go check it out her. Okay. Now, back when I used to paint and such kind of a thing, life was tough. I can't lie about that. And you know, people are saying, hey, you can't make it. You know, life is so tough here. I mean, you see, you have a degree, you don't have a job, and what have you. So you're getting negative energy. Then the moment you bombard yourself with that negative energy, that is what you vibrate. You have a positive energy, you vibrate. You know, by the way, up to date, you know, I love associating with people who I tell them, hey, you know what? I won't buy that machine of making nails because I want to make nails, yeah? Because I think nails is a thing because of the construction. The person says, yeah, sure, go ahead. And how much is it? 250,000. Let's go ahead. Let's buy it. I love people who are seems as if they are crazy. I love associating with those people because I tell them, hey, I would like to do farming. They're like, okay, fine, yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, you tell me. I love working with those people who are perceived crazy because the moment you work with the people or relate with people who are just, they walk in fear, with fear every time, you know, skeptical, paranoid, and all those kind of things. I think that's why I have a hard time with engineers and teachers. I just, like, for example, right now as we speak, let me not say. Let me just say it. Well, I was supposed to go somewhere to offer in a seminar of teachers, and I'm telling you, over 1 year, it has never happened. Things come, goes, hey, we will call you. Okay, we will call you. I don't know, but not all the teachers anyway. But you teachers, you guys, just are just somewhere. You know, this issue of perfection is not good when it comes to success. Now, under that negative energy, you can get jealousy and sabotage. People are so bitter. People are jealous. You know, others, you know, come with this victim mentality and they try to push it into you. Sabotage. People can you imagine telling somebody that I would like to buy that parcel of land that I saw there, and then somebody goes behind your door or behind your back and say, hey, you know what, don't tell that guy is a witch. If he becomes your neighbor, you guys don't allow that guy to be your neighbor. He's a thief, he's a what. That's a sabotage. So don't tell people, just move in silence. Okay. The other thing is that energy drain. The moment you try, see, can you imagine this? The moment you attract that negative energy, you're trying to counter that by trying to pump in the positive energy into those people. That is energy drain. That energy could have actually channeled towards acquisition or achieving that particular thing that you say that you're going to achieve. Okay? So make sure that you channel your energy. By the way, have you ever related with people who, okay, I don't know. You know, they say when your frontal lobe, yeah? This, when it is developed, and it's usually assumed that it's developed beyond 25 years. You know, for me right now, I'm 33 years old, yeah? Right now, I can actually, sometimes I read your comments and I see somebody, whatever they have texted, they want to open a door for argument. And I'm like, damn, bro, sis, I don't have time for that energy that you want to. I'm just like, okay. I don't even delete your comment. I just read it. I don't just ignore, because even ignoring requires a lot of energy. So I can just tell, I can read between the lines. Have you ever met somebody who, you know, this guy want to start a drama? This is a drama, especially ladies. You know, we love our ladies and such. Yeah? So you realize that a lady want just to bring a drama, and you're like, okay, I can see that drama from a mile. And then you avoid it in a very cool way. That actually tells you that you're matured. The other thing, that reason why you shouldn't tell anybody your plans is something called the psychological commitment. Okay? And on this particular sense, it says false sense of accomplishment. That is like the utmost thing that affects people. I repeat, there's something called the psychological commitment. And the main part here is that the false sense of accomplishment. The moment you tell somebody that you want to do something, there is this sort of a dopamine hormone that is usually released in your body. That dopamine hormone tends to fool to you that, hey, it's like you've already accomplished. You feel, how can I say? Let's say, for example, you tell people like you would like to embark on losing weight, in this particular year. You're going to hit the gym and you're going to lose your weight and you're going to check your diet. Now, the moment you tell people like that, and probably once you tell them, you realize they had no such a plan, it makes you feel like you're winning over them. Then it gives you like a false accomplishment sense to a point whereby you don't even start doing that, because even from the day one when you told them, they were shocked because they didn't have such an idea. So it makes you look as if you're smart than them. Therefore, you end up not even doing that particular thing. So be very careful, because this one is very innate. This is very more psychological, because the reason why we shouldn't tell people our plans is because it's combination of psychological, biological, social, and everything related to that. Another thing on that particular area is that there's something called the accountability pressure. That one I explained when I said unnecessary pressure. The accountability pressure, whereby let's say somebody actually is there, try the best to make sure that you achieve your goal, and then they are here asking you that thing each and every time. Hey, did you achieve it? Hey, did you do it? Hey, you said you're gonna go to Mombasa. Oh, did you say you're gonna go to Greece? Hey, did you do it? Are you doing? How is it? Did you start the business? By the way, I would like to start a business, and I'm looking at you. I'm looking from you. You start the business. You tell me how the thing is. I mean, did you? That pressure, that accountability pressure, and what have you. Or you're working with those people and you remember what you told them, and you told them that you're gonna lose weight. There you are working with your belly fat, and of course they can see the belly fat. Now you even fear going there, because how will you even account yourself to that particular thing? Okay, now we go to the last four. Now, protection from unseen challenges. That one does not need any introduction. Protection from unseen challenge, because you never know whom you're telling. Now we got the last three that I told you are very, very important. Number one is the cultural and spiritual beliefs. If you are not a believer of this, then you're good. But if you come from a society, and if you come from Africa, and definitely you know what I'm talking about, there's something called like quote unquote evil eye, this cultural beliefs and what have you. Jealousy thrives in the continent of Africa. I do not know whether you know that. I repeat, jealousy, evolves in this continent of Africa. It is there in magnitude. You see, when everyone is in a certain comfort zone, when everyone, I'm avoiding to use the term poor because it's so harsh, yeah? Let's say you people, you are disadvantaged from where you come from. Let's say you are in a ghetto or something of sort. So there is that commonality. There are some things that are sort of expected, struggling to get food, poor hygienic, and you get what I'm saying. So it's a common that commonality that is shared there. Then there is this person, or who is you here, I want to share that idea with people. Then you want to be perceived as if you are different from the rest. Guess what happens now? They tell you, hey, no, come on, just go down. We don't do those things here. That cannot be achieved. That's not our thing. That is reserved for different people and such kind of a thing. Those are people who can tell you literally like that. Others will be like, okay, you think you're going anywhere? Okay, let's see. By the way, I don't know whether you can agree with me. In Kenya, there are some communities you find that when, how can I explain this? Oh my goodness. God give me the grace so that I explain this point well. When I was in university, I had a roommate. I'm sorry if you're watching, but I had a roommate. The roommate used to tell me that, you know what, Joseph, I'm in the university, and I can't go home during the day, or I can't even call and say I'm coming, so that the neighbors don't know, even my aunts and uncles and what have you. I just show up, boom, just like that. I unnoticed or something. Or you get what I'm saying? I asked why. Because, hey, you know what? In my entire village, nobody has ever been to university. So if I go there, I don't know, with my suitcases, I'm from university and what have you, the jealousy that is hovering in that particular place. We even have witchcrafts. We even have witches who are within our midst. So I have to show up as if nothing is happening. I mean, you guys, you can attribute, you can get what I'm trying to put it out there. So yeah, maybe you're watching this from the Western country. You're like, what? Yeah, it is real here in this continent of Africa. Okay, but thank God, it is changing. Now, the other thing is about building intrigue. See, when you don't tell people your plans, you build that intrigue. They're like, okay, we don't even know what this guy is doing, and then all of a sudden you surprise them. See, it's so nice when you surprise them. And this is where we say, work in silence, work hard in silence, and then the success will actually make noises for you. You know, you just work in silence, try as much as you can, and then when you get out there, they'll just see the success hitting you from, you know, right, left, and center, and what have you. And the last part is actually preserving what we call the momentum. You need to preserve that momentum with you, and then so that you can be able to use that energy towards that particular goal that you want to do. Anyway, this video is a little bit longer than the usual one. Of course, I can see, I'm sorry about that. But anyway, the point is, hope you've gotten something out of it. And if you did, tell me on the comment section. Have you ever shared something with somebody and then you messed up big time? This is Good Joseph as always. If you'd like to get my services, my number is always on the comment section. Rather, it's on the description of this particular video. Get that number, give me a call. Let's talk business. For now, it's goodbye. See you there.